Greetings and welcome everyone to today's class. My name is David. I'm a healer, a teacher, and creator of a mystery school called the Order of Light Academy. And today we're going to be learning about 3 stages of awakening. Which one of them are you in? Let's find out. All right, so the first step on your journey as you awaken as a soul is the caterpillar. As we go through these exercises, I want you to assess yourself and ask yourself, did I go through that? Or am I going through that right now? And this will help you to understand how far you are in your journey. So I hope this helps. So let's begin with the caterpillar. The caterpillar, I'll put a little graphic here so you can see what a caterpillar is if you don't know. It's essentially the base stage of the butterfly. Now, in this base stage, the caterpillar cares about nothing else but consumption. And for us as humans, we're going to be growing consciously. Hello, squirrel. Now, this might mean that you're going to be absorbing information of all kinds. You may be very interested in spiritual books, aliens, super soldiers, spirituality, psychic abilities, mediumship, telekinesis, telepathy, all these wonderful things. They're all part of the journey that you might want to learn about. So if you're interested in any of these things, it's very likely that you're in the caterpillar phase. For myself, I went to my local library and I read all the books on spirituality that they had, which was like 7 books. And not that many, but still, I couldn't get enough. So the caterpillars are always consuming, and they consume as much as they possibly can until they're ready for the next step of their development. All right, the next step in your journey as you grow and ascend in your awakening process is the chrysalis. This is perhaps the most uncomfortable of all of the transformations that you can possibly have, at least in the beginning, as you transition from NPC into awakened soul. There are many levels of awakening you should know, and these are just 3 levels. There are more than 3, but I want you to have a good grasp on what this actually is so that you can wrap your mind around what awakening really is. Now, in the beginning of the chrysalis stage, you have just consumed everything that the caterpillar wanted to learn about, everything that the caterpillar needed to get to this stage of its development. So the caterpillar is now ready for the next phase, and that phase is this metamorphosis, this chrysalis state. You have to understand that the chrysalis, I'll put it in of what that actually is, it's like this cocoon. It's a very dark phase of your life. You may very well be challenged by your old belief systems, and you may very well be contrasting them off of your new belief systems that you've just learned about in the spiritual world, and there's this battle happening within you. This battle is between the old information, your old programs, your old beliefs, your old understandings of your old life versus the new understandings that you have now in the new version of you, essentially in your life. This creates a lot of internal conflict within yourself. Also, you're going to be facing the old version of you, your old friends, your old lifestyle, the old programs of your old life, and you're going to be contrasting them with the new phases, the healthier phases, the healthier programming, the healthier conditioning of your life. And that is a big part of this darkness that you're going to be facing within yourself as you go through this adventure in this chrysalis metamorphic state. In this metamorphic state, this dark night of the soul, you're going to be conflicted because you're going to be facing your past with your future self. And part of you is not going to want to let go of the past, and part of you is not going to be ready for the future. This is where the great challenge comes in. Some people go through this experience. It might be a divorce for you from your partner that you've been with for a long time. It might be you breaking up with your friends that you've been friends with for ages. And it might be you quitting a job that you've had forever. that's just not suiting to your new lifestyle. Perhaps you want to start your own business. You're becoming more entrepreneurial. You're becoming more independent, and you don't exactly want to serve the man like you once did before. This is all part of the awakening process, and it's a very exciting, fun part of it, but it's a hardship to get through this phase. So I just want to let you all know about that. All right, the next phase on the spiritual journey is called the butterfly. Yay! The butterfly is in a wonderful state where you've learned enough, you've transmuted enough, you've understood enough of yourself that you can let go of your past and you can embrace your future self. Or you've come to accept the new version of yourself. You've let go of the past. That might be an old relationship, your old job, your old friend groups. It might be a new way of life and the way that you think about yourself. And the perspectives that you carry through as you move throughout your life. So you'll have new programming and new conditioning that will help you with the next chapter of your journey, your adventure. It's very common at this butterfly phase to become more entrepreneurial, more independent, and you're very likely going to start wanting to start your own business, become more independent, maybe from the government or from your parents or from any system that you're a part of, and you want to create something for yourself. This is kind of part of that journey. You've read all about the chakras, you've learned about your aura, you know your astrological sign, you know what kind of starseed you are, where you're from in the starseed constellations, let's just say. You've gone through the basics and you're now ready for the next step of your adventure. Now, this next step of your adventure is different for everyone. Some of you will create crystal stores. By this stage, you'll likely have a beautiful crystal trove or chest full of crystals and gems and beautiful things. You might have some drums, you might have some meditation pillows and a fair amount of spiritual books in your accompaniment. So it's a really cool place to be, and it's wonderful to awaken as a butterfly. Now, being a butterfly also means that you're going to want to be able to teach all that stuff that you've just learned about. And in teaching all this information, this is when you'll grow into the next phase, which is a secret phase that not many people actually reach in their lifetime. I've been very fortunate to reach this myself, so I can teach about it. And if I get over 500 likes on this video, I will do a video on that particular next phase after the butterfly. There's actually quite a few stages after that, but we're only in the beginnings, and I want you all to learn the basics first until we get into the more advanced material. All right. If you've enjoyed this material, please like and subscribe. Share this video with anyone that you think might enjoy the content. I'd really appreciate it. It would really help out the channel a lot since we only have, 6 subscribers at this point. And I'm very grateful for all of you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.